Is God good or bad? Rumi was a wise man. I'm saying that because he sometimes stated truths in such a way that you have to go inside to find the truth of what he was saying. For example, Rumi said that it is a lovely experience to see the light reflected through colored glass. When you see the different colors, you may be tempted to believe that the light must have a color to be light. But what if the colored glass is no longer there and you just see the light? Will that take away the beauty, and will you feel that you've been left blind? We love to say and hear that God is good. And that is 100% the truth. God is indeed good. When times are easy, that is the easiest thing to say and believe. However, then you are tempted to also believe that God is only good during times that you label as good. But what about the more challenging times? How do you then view God? Do you then have to remind yourself that God is good? Or do you then question why God allows bad things to happen to you? In my personal experience, God is always good, regardless of what I'm experiencing. Yes, I've had some serious challenges in my life. One of them was when I rejected the church and religion. And for a while, I believed that in the process I also rejected God. It was not a good place to be in. Then I discovered that God was always there for me, even when I went through that dark place of questioning everything, including the existence and intentions of God. Yes, my mind told me that God had created everything, and that therefore God was in the good as well as in the bad. That was a logic that I struggled to accept against the background of that old man with a long white beard sitting on a throne, ready to smite me at any sign of a misstep. I eventually figured out that God is the only consistent element in my life. Everything that I labeled as good and everything that I labeled as bad is part of the illusion that I'm creating every day in this existence. I finally figured out that we experience challenges so that we can gain wisdom from the challenges. I realized that finding these wisdoms are the reason for our existence. That is when I discovered that God is neither good nor bad, and at the same time both good and bad. God is everything. God is. That is when the colored glass was taken away from me, and my inner vision became clear. That was when I realized that when I experienced something as good, I need to go inside and confess my gratitude to God. When I experience something as a challenge, it doesn't mean that God is bad. On the contrary, it means that I can go inside at any time and get God's guidance on the way forward. And I always get the guidance without exception. That realization is a game changer. Namaste.